I think this place is the total package, I like to think, for hand, wrist, and elbow.
Couldn't be more excited that now we're sort of expanding into this institute concept, and it was always a vision of mine. And as I said, we've got a team of therapists, we have a team of operating room nurses who work with us, we have the equipment, we have the technology, and this was the dream, this was the goal.
We've achieved what I would call critical mass. We are committed only to the upper extremity, and specifically the hand, wrist, and elbow. And so there's a certain amount of energy that goes into that because we feed off of that energy.
You know, for me it's kind of unique because I'm the junior partner of the group. I trained with and under John and Mark, so you know, we're all three very different people. We have conferences weekly where we share interesting cases with each other and try to get each other's opinion. Three good minds working together.
John is probably more of an out-of-the-box thinker. He thinks of abstract approaches. I think I'm probably more middle of the road, the traditional approach, but of course willing to listen to different options. And I think Rob brings some of each. It's really a team approach, unlike many of the other aspects of orthopedics. The team approach begins with the patient-doctor relationship. They need, for example, a surgical procedure. And then in upper extremity and hand, the rehabilitation is as or more important than the actual surgery. So the therapists have to be on board.
We've now developed some significant inroads with different types of research, developing new techniques. We've even gone into some patents of devices to improve on the function and the treatment of hand and wrist injuries.
We're designing some newer, for example, internal fixation devices for hand fractures and for wrist fractures, and the whole idea is to be able to surgically provide repair without doing additional trauma from the operation.
A lot of the push towards minimally invasive is conversion from open to arthroscopic.
We do nerve surgery now through minimally invasive techniques, including carpal tunnel surgery, which is a pretty common operation, but including cubital tunnel surgery, which used to be done through a larger incision. Now we're doing those surgeries endoscopically through a tiny puncture wound.
Now that we have the three of us, this year we're starting a fellowship, which is a formal training of an orthopedic surgeon to enter the field of upper extremity surgery.
We live somewhat in a fast food culture where we expect things to heal very quickly, and sometimes the body doesn't work like that. You know, we're limited by, you know, genetics and physiology and anatomy. But certainly where we can make the improvements, if we can make those improvements, those will make a huge difference in people's lives.
If a patient comes to see us, they're coming to see people with good expertise in their field. They're coming to see people at the same time who aren't too proud. People who, if they're not sure exactly what the right thing is to do, will discuss with colleagues and come up with the best kind of shared decision for that patient.
My father sacrificed himself for his family so that we could serve others. And so that's how I look at it, you know, building upon the shoulders of others. You know, my father gave me a gift, and I hope I can build on his shoulders so that my sons can build on my shoulders, or my patients can build on my shoulders. You know, it's paying it forward.